Field Garden Center. We know plants.
Good morning, America. Breaking news. Hurricane Michael closing in. The Category 4 storm strengthens overnight, on the verge of becoming the strongest hurricane ever to hit Florida's panhandle.
This storm could kill you.
Now just hours away from making landfall.
Hundreds of thousands told to get out before it's too late. The hurricane packing catastrophic winds and life-threatening storm surge. Now the National Guard on standby, and our team, led by David Muir and Ginger, spread out across the storm zone.
Also this morning, surprise resignation. UN Ambassador and Republican rising star Nikki Haley quits weeks before the midterm. The president's reaction: who will be next?
ABC News exclusive. First Lady Melania Trump one-on-one during her first solo trip overseas. The wide-ranging interview on her life in the White House and the Me Too movement.
I support the women and they need to be heard.
First on GMA this morning.
And Taylor Swift making history at the American Music Awards as women rule the night. And Cardi B's epic performance. The reaction going viral. We're backstage for all the big moments right here on GMA.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
Good morning, America. Hope you're well this Wednesday morning. They are bracing for a big one in Florida.
Hurricane Michael strengthening overnight, closing in on the Florida Panhandle. It could be the strongest storm ever to hit that area. Florida all the way to North Carolina on alert.
And take a look at Panama City Beach. They're seeing the effects of the storm already. And here's what Michael's looks like from space, spanning some 300 miles.
It is a big one. It rose up quickly. This is what we know right now. Hurricane Michael, now a major Category 4 storm. It is packing 140-mile-an-hour winds. Around 375,000 people across Florida have been asked to evacuate. Airports in the region are closed.
World News Tonight anchor David Muir and our team are spread out all across the storm zone, as you can see. Let's begin with David in Panama City Beach. Good morning, David.
Robin, George, Michael, good morning to you. And Hurricane Michael already proving to be historic this morning. In fact, the National Weather Service in nearby Tallahassee putting it this way this morning: it has never happened before. The Florida Panhandle has never seen a Category 4 hurricane, which is where this is at right now, expected to slam ashore not far from where we're standing here at 145 miles per hour. In fact, they're registering 30-foot waves out to sea already. And the hurricane hunters I spoke with overnight who are flying right through this storm said it this way: their biggest fear was that as it travels across the warm waters of the Gulf, there is simply nothing to knock it down. And that's exactly what's happened this morning.
Overnight, monster storm Michael growing in strength. Now a Category 4 hurricane with winds up to 140 miles per hour. Gearing up to be the strongest in the Florida Panhandle's history. Inching closer to the coast with landfall expected early this afternoon. As the storm bears down on the Panhandle, residents are bracing for the worst. With the winds still picking up speed, this monster storm's outer bands already dumping torrential rain on portions of the southeast. While Hurricane Michael marches toward the Florida Panhandle, just miles to the south, a glimpse of what this powerful hurricane might bring. The view from space, massive. You can see Michael now some 400 miles across. Watch as the waves batter this cruise ship in the Gulf of Mexico. Passengers aboard the Empress of the Seas braving treacherous conditions as the ship steers out of the storm's path.
We battled 13 to 15 foot swells. There were heavy rains at point. There was lightning out in the distance.
This morning, Florida officials now say hundreds of thousands of people have been asked to evacuate.
If you don't follow the warnings from these officials, the storm could kill you.
With officials declaring a state of emergency in 26 Florida counties and across the state of Alabama. I spoke with hurricane hunters on the front lines watching this Category 4 hurricane gain momentum from above.
As you watch as the system travels over the warm waters of the Gulf, what's your biggest concern?
It reminds me of some historical storms with the very warm waters of the eastern Gulf of Mexico. I'm afraid that the forecast of continued intensification is really likely to occur.
That's why here in Florida this morning, residents are taking no chances. A last-minute sprint for those in the danger zone, gearing up for the mass evacuations throughout the region. And for residents like Joan and Hillary Stanton, they say boarding up to ride out the hurricane at home is the only choice.
I just feel like you're safer if you just stay put and batten down the hatches.
I think it's more dangerous to be on the roads right now with all the traffic. It feels safer here, which sounds crazy because it's a hurricane barreling towards us.
Many neighborhoods are hunkering down together, preparing to help each other if they need to.
We're all in this together. We're one giant family. Since we've all experienced this type of storm at some point.
Several of the neighbors have boats ready in their yards and some heavy equipment just in case.
And just to put this hurricane in perspective this morning, they have dealt with hurricanes Opal back in '95, Dennis back in 2005. Those two hurricanes were Category 3. So again, this is coming in as a Category 4 that has never happened before in this part of Florida, 145 mile-per-hour winds. And Robin, I can tell you they've just upped the forecast for potential storm surge right here in Panama City for up to 13 feet. It's going to be a very long 24 hours ahead here.
It certainly will be, David, and we'll get back to you in just a bit. Michael?
All right, Robin. Ginger is also there in the storm zone in Mexico Beach, Florida, with the latest on the timing and tracking of this massive hurricane. And Ginger, when is Michael now expected to make landfall?
Landfall, Michael, should be this afternoon, so after the noon hour, and really conditions from now on going to deteriorate so rapidly. You can hear, if you stop for a moment, the roaring Gulf of Mexico behind me. It is so eerie knowing that that Category 4 storm is now about 100 miles to our south. So it should head north and east. I'll take you to the maps now to show you how it's going to move here. In the next couple of hours, those outer bands keep whipping us. Apalachicola has actually already had a 56 mile-per-hour gust, and not, even on that measurement, it's 86 miles from that eye wall, that dangerous eye wall that will make its way on shore here. 102 mile-per-hour gust at Mexico Beach for 2 p.m. We stopped the clock. Also at 5 p.m., look at Panama City, 113 mile-per-hour, even Dothan, Alabama, at 76 mile-per-hour gust. Now, those are just the winds, and yes, that is a critical part because we could see the type of damage that leaves places uninhabitable for weeks with that type of wind. But it is, of course, the storm surge, that push of water that you cannot run from, you cannot get from, especially when it is twice your height. And that's the type of water we're talking about right where I'm standing along the bend to Apalachicola, St. Mark's, over to Keaton Beach. Of course, this storm moves on, and it moves fast. I'm talking about late tonight through early tomorrow. It moves into Georgia. Could still be a Category 1. That's how fast we're talking. South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia as it heads off by Friday. So this is a fast storm, but it is going to be like a buzzsaw, Michael.
All right. Thank you, Ginger. George?
Okay, we're going to go to Rob Marciano now. He's also in Panama City Beach. And Rob, we just heard David say 13-foot storm surges. We're seeing a lot of boarded up windows there in Panama City. Looks like most residents are taking the evacuation order seriously.
Yeah, George, I got to tell you, for as fast as this storm came to be and for as rapidly as it intensified, the evacuation, the preparation here has been pretty orderly. I mean, they only had a couple of days to do this. October storms will quickly fire up like they do close to shore, and boom, this thing is moving quickly. So there are stories, of course, of gas shortages, folks having trouble filling up their tank when they're trying to evacuate. There are folks who don't have the needs or the mobility to evacuate, and authorities have done the best they could. And of course, there's folks who have stayed behind to kind of ride out the storm, but I'm not sure they anticipated a Category 4 or stronger storm like we're going to see right now. You mentioned the storm surge. We're at low tide right now. This surge has been building and pounding this beach all night long, and high tide will coincide with landfall. So surge is certainly going to be an issue. And folks who have stayed behind are not in the areas as high as we are or in structures as fortified as we are. So it is going to be a scary day as this storm comes ashore. It will be historic, George, no doubt about that. And as Ginger mentioned, in some spots catastrophic. And no doubt, if you're on the wrong spot in the wrong time, it will be life-threatening. George.
Thanks, Rob. We are joined now by FEMA Administrator Brock Long. Brock, thanks for joining us again this morning, just hours away from landfall. What's your biggest fear right now?
Right now, my biggest fear is I just hope that people heeded the warning to evacuate because the window to do so is coming to a close very rapidly as the storm is encroaching on the coast. I mean, we're already seeing rain bands, and forecasters are predicting over 13 feet of storm surge near where the eye makes landfall, and just to the east. That's the worst place to be. So we just hope that people have gotten out of those storm surge zones.
It has popped up quite quickly. Any surprises you're seeing?
You know, this is typical with Gulf Coast storms, rapidly intensifying, and it's something that we have to factor into. We have to ramp up, you know, our assistance and move very quickly. And unfortunately, we've seen this a lot in the Gulf.
You have seen a lot in the Gulf, and you know, one of the things we also see is that in some of these storms, there are just some people who can't get out, who choose not to get out for complicated reasons, elderly, people with limited mobility. What can you do for them?
Well, typically what happens is if you have any functional or access needs, the counties will typically hold registry lists that we would like people to register for on blue sky days when it's not necessarily hurricane season, so that we have an understanding of who needs assistance ahead of time. But in this situation right now, what we really depend on is neighbor helping neighbor. If, you know, please check on your neighbors, and if you're leaving and you know that someone is in their house alone and can't evacuate, we would ask for that assistance. Now, what are we doing? We pre-position search and rescue teams to be able to move in as quickly as we can once the elements of the storm have passed through.
Just coming on the heels of Florence, quite a different storm. It dumped so much rain across the Carolinas. How is Michael different, and how does that change your response?
The intensity, sheer fact of the intensity. And the timing. I mean, Florence gave us a huge runway, over a week's notice. This one popped up on the radar screen basically Saturday morning, and it was very hard for us to understand what the intensity was going to be several days later. What you're going to see is a storm moving very rapidly through Georgia, and it will maintain hurricane strength through southwest Georgia and central Georgia as it passes through later today and early tomorrow.
Going to be quite a cleanup.
You know, your major hurricanes are the ones that cause the greatest amount of loss of life as well as devastation. Largely the storm surge area is the one unforgiving hazard. And what we mean by that is that anybody that doesn't evacuate, that experiences storm surge, doesn't typically live to tell about that story. But as this thing pushes through, you're going to see a lot of inland wind damage. You're going to see a lot of power outages for multiple weeks.
Brock Long, thanks for your time this morning.
Thanks, George.
They are always on post.
And Tallahassee is also in the path of the storm. They could see hurricane-force winds and are worried about long-lasting power outages. Workers are racing to secure buildings and construction sites across Florida's booming capital. Victor Oquendo is on the ground there with more. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Robin. Here in Tallahassee and throughout the storm zone, they've actually lowered massive cranes just like this one to protect them from the the powerful winds, and also to protect the surrounding area here. The big concern, take a look just beyond the crane. Florida's capital is covered with trees. There is no doubt that when Michael comes through, a lot of those trees will come down and bring power lines down with them. That means we could be looking at projectiles, a lot of debris. There will be road closures and power outages for days, maybe even weeks. Robin?
And so what are they doing ahead of time, the utility workers? I would imagine pre-positioning?
Robin, they've already brought in more than 1,000 in and out of state utility workers ahead of this monster storm to make sure that they can get this city back up and running once Michael roars through. They definitely learned their lesson after Hurricane Hermine 2 years ago. Hermine knocked out power to some 75,000 customers. It damaged 80% of the city's electrical grid, and it caused more than $5 million in damages. Just to put this in perspective, Hermine was a Category 1. Michael is obviously much stronger than that. Robin?
Yes, indeed. All right, Victor. Thank you so much, and we'll have more on the storm all morning long.
We're going to move to Washington now and the surprise resignation of UN Ambassador Nikki Haley. She is the 12th senior official to leave the administration this year. Speculation swirling about why the rising GOP star is making the move just weeks before midterm elections. Our senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega has all the latest. Good morning, Cecilia.
Hey, George, good morning to you. President Trump says Haley told him she wanted off the job about 6 months ago, but still this surprise announcement caught even some top administration officials off guard. And Haley, she's not saying exactly why she's leaving.
President Trump back on the campaign trail.
This is truly a historic week for America.
Using his recent Supreme Court victory to rally supporters in Iowa and stoke anger at Democrats.
What the Democrats did to Brett and his beautiful family is a national embarrassment, a national disgrace.
But that victory lap overshadowed by the latest shakeup back home. UN Ambassador Nikki Haley caught even some top administration officials off guard with her surprise resignation announcement. President Trump says no hard feelings.
I think she's helped make it a much better position, if you want to know the truth. I think it's become maybe a more glamorous position than it was 2 years ago.
She was also one of the few women in the president's cabinet, someone who didn't hesitate to publicly disagree with him, saying this about the women accusing the president of sexual misconduct.
They should be heard and they should be dealt with.
As for why she's leaving now, Haley is not saying.
There's no personal reasons. I think that it's just very important for government officials to understand when it's time to step aside.
The one thing she says not on the horizon?
No, I'm not running for 2020. I can promise you what I'll be doing is campaigning for this one.
And she had a special message for two people who were right there in the room.
Jared is such a hidden genius that no one understands. And Ivanka's been just a great friend.
And now, among the names being floated as a possible Haley replacement, Ivanka Trump.
Ivanka would be dynamite.
Is it a serious consideration, though? Would she be a good fit for that job?
I think Ivanka would be incredible. That doesn't mean I'd pick her, because you'd be accused of nepotism. Even though I'm not sure there's anybody more competent in the world, but that's okay.
And just like that, Ivanka Trump took herself out of the running with a tweet, George. She said, I am not that replacement. So we can cross that name off the list.
So she's off the list. Who's on it?
Well, the president says he's got a list of about 5 names long. We know among them is former Deputy National Security Director Dina Powell. She's one of the names on that list. The president says that he wants to name this replacement over the next 2 to 3 weeks, George. That could make for a pretty long, awkward transition, since Haley says she's not leaving until the end of the year.
And no confirmation until after the elections. Okay, Cecilia, thanks very much. Michael?
All right, thank you, George. And we're going to turn now to that big night in baseball, especially if you're a Boston Red Sox fan, because they are moving on to the next round of the playoffs, shutting down the Yankees last night, defeating their arch rivals 4-3 in a nail-biter game, and afterwards rubbing a little salt in the Yankees' wound that will not be forgotten anytime soon by trolling the team fans, singing New York, New York as they celebrated in their locker room. The Sox will now face the defending champs, my hometown team, the Houston Astros, next in the American Champion Series, American League Champion Series. I'm not going to tell you who I'm going for.
Of course you are.
Stros, baby. Astros the whole way. Come on, Verlander.
Thank you, Michael. Now back to Ginger in Florida with the latest on Hurricane Michael.
Yeah, Robin, you know, the governor of Florida actually just put out a message. The time is over. First responders will not be able to go and save people, and there's a good reason. Apalachicola now with a 4.5-foot storm surge already, and we are some 6 hours plus from landfall. Look at how many people are going to be affected by this storm. Even tropical storm watches as far northeast as North Carolina, down to Tampa, over to Biloxi. So it is a wide-reaching storm. The wind speeds and timing as it moves through Georgia. Look at Albany, a 52-mile-per-hour gust. That's midnight tonight. It moves northeast. And check out Myrtle Beach. That's a 60-mile-per-hour gust on Thursday afternoon. It moves into Virginia and North Carolina by Thursday night, and we'll even see up to 56-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Nags Head. Behind it, we'll leave up to a foot of rain. All of that and much more coming up. But for now, the Chilly Cities brought to you by Target.
Now, we're bringing you all the ways to get what you need. Target run and done.
Well, out the door this morning, cloudy, a little patchy fog, but mostly dry. Temperatures are starting off in the lower 70s, and it's exceptionally humid. If you have lunch plans today, have the sunglasses. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds, 79, and those high temperatures again topping out around 3-4 o'clock in the lower 80s. Now tomorrow, have the umbrella, 80 degrees. We will have some periods of heavy rain, especially in the afternoon and evening, associated with the cold front and Hurricane Michael, and then windy, much cooler Friday, and that sticks with us through the weekend.
I can tell you guys right here in Mexico Beach, the folks that are left, the anxiety is high, and it should be as that storm rushes toward us. I can see out in the ocean there, the whitecaps look like mountains at this point. We'll have a lot more coming up.
We certainly will, Ginger. Thank you. Stay safe. And we will have more on Hurricane Michael. And that new warning that Ginger referred to from Florida's governor just in. We're live in the storm zone as that Category 4 hurricane takes aim at the Gulf Coast.
And First Lady Melania Trump, exclusive interview with ABC's Tom Llamas right there, opening up about the Me Too movement. No question off the table.
the way they